brands who tell stories pay less for conversions. And yet often this feels further away the smaller you are, and yet it's the closer you are. If you have less money to spend on telling your story, you probably have a more impactful and interesting story than a large FMCG or an established business that's already had 10 goes at telling the story and is now stuck in doing 30-second TV spots. That actual disruptive nature of the reason you created the brand, the way that you see the world that few others don't, that few others do, just telling your story, just flipping it around, like going into the warehouse, sharing the latest stock that just came in, you explaining why you made a product or why this color came out behind the scenes at a photo shoot. That's probably going to be your best performing ad. And so understanding there can often be a lot of fear or trying to sort of pretend to be bigger to act like the larger brands, but actually just telling your story from the start is often going to engage a lot more than trying to pretend to be bigger than you are. And you probably end up getting a lot more mileage around doing that, particularly if you develop that muscle to be able to produce that content. At different times, there's different trending style content that could fit within that. So there's a bucket of founder-led creative. If you're able to make sure that you're keeping up with whatever the best performing founder-led creative trends are, behind the scenes creative, a lot of brands are too scared to do that, or too many levels of corporatees to be able to get that through. So that's a huge advantage that we see that is not taken up often by these brands. And that just comes back again to thinking of the placement and placing the right creative there. It's amazing how much attention is often given to what goes onto an organic feed, and yet the impressions of an ad is going to be 10 times for most brands, 100 times what you're going to see on your organic impressions.